It's called Poker Nights with AIA. We play together once a week. You never know what's in store, so here's a peek. The cards start to fly at 7:30 sharp. Keep your eyes on the kid and know most consider them sharks. A boom across the room as everyone's scared. All good, that's just Gabe's aces losing the mic trips while impaired. Meanwhile, in all in showdown pops off with Lee. He's up against the Beaver bunch that includes Danny, Priscilla, and Aubrey. If he pulls this off, it will be the call.
Welcome to the All in Alliance Poker Podcast, Season 7, Episode 2. I'm Lee McDonald Jr.,
King Marty and Easy.
Andi, Mystery Ball, Andy Lantickner.
Michael, Mr. Irrelevant Benton.
I was about to say, don't miss your cue. And joining us today is the lovely Aubrey. How you doing, Aubrey?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
And the reason you are on is because you have happened to have won last Thursday again, which I want to say this might be a record for the most ladies won. I want to say this is your third time winning on Thursday. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. I think if worst case scenario, I think it might be a tie. And the only one I can think of that may have tied with you is Tina. And that's one of our old friends. Listen to the previous season for what happened. But congratulations. So thank you for winning and good job.
Thanks.
Kind of botched that up there. But anyway, so last Thursday was our second week that we've had for this chapter 14. I want to say that at each table, we were pretty much almost all represented. I think the only one that might have a tough time is the third room or the dungeon room, because I think both Aubrey and Andi got put in there. They didn't start there, but they got put in there. And then me, Michael was at table 2, and Marty and me were at table 1. Marty, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just going to throw that out there right now before we get started describing last Thursday.
I need Tums, guys. First of all, fantastic job, Aubrey, by the way. And I don't know if y'all know this, but I heard the podcast last week. And Lee, you're absolutely right. Y'all all fucking suck at the porcelain corner. We'll talk about that later on in the episode. But Aubrey, way to kill that shit. So I picked it. Obviously, I picked the winner because that's what I do.
Wow.
Yep. And
wow.
And my night was very short and there was a lot going on for my night.
Can I just say one thing real quick? I mean, just of course, Marty takes a week off. He comes back, and the first thing he says is he wins the freaking porcelain corner. He can't even wait for the porcelain corner to start out. Good job, Marty.
I was giving kudos to the winner. I'm sorry.
Of course you were, yes.
It was an 8-time guest that we've never had on this podcast before.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So first of all, but yeah, so my night was short. I will tell you this. I had hands all night essentially good enough to play and blind in, if that makes any sense.
So play with your hands.
Yeah, all my hands were preoccupied under the table while I was moving chips with my nose on the table. So, I kept getting hands like King 3, Jack 5, and pre-flop. All of these are okay and playable hands, if you will. Nothing was being, and it seemed to happen every single time that I did have somewhat of a decent hand, that I would go in and at least be blinded in, and then Nancy would come out of the gun just 25K, 10K, 20K random. She took a couple of big early hands. I think I won 2 hands for the night, and then that was it. I blinded. I was almost in every other hand, if you will. So I just kind of lost my stack that way, and then Lee took me out.
Yeah,
it was a weird night for poker for me. It wasn't that I didn't even get a chance to really make any great calls or all-in opportunities, if you will. The 2 hands that I went into, I just lost my ass on. So, and that's it. I've accepted. Sometimes it goes like that. That's just the way it is. I didn't really have a lot of time to put any effort in to poker playing. It was just more or less just feed my money to everybody else. So,
yeah. And Andi, could you tell us who was that table 1 real quick?
Yep. So table 1 was Tony, Nancy, Haley, who was subbing for B, myself, Marty, Lee, Nate, and then Brian, Eric was subbing for him. And then table 2 is Marcia, Aubrey, Chris, Mike, the kid, and then Peter was subbing for Bud, and then Keith and Michael. And then table 3 was Phil, who subbed for Dan, and Gabe, Noe, Robert, AJ's new to the league, Peyton, and Jody, who's also new to the league.
Yeah, so a lot of new faces, a lot of people joining in week 2, which is that's kind of normal. We've been doing that last couple seasons. They take the first week off. So Jody's an official member. She ended up in table 3, but the first out was an unlikely source. I don't think any of us picked this one for the porcelain corner, but if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it Phil who was subbing for Dan that was out first? I think
No.
that lasted 5 minutes.
Yeah, Dan was out first.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. What was that? Say that again. Oh, never mind.
I think somebody actually picked Dan to win, though, didn't they?
Did they? Who did that? I don't know. It wasn't me, was it? It could have been me. I'd never picked Dan to win. But anyway.
I thought it was you.
Yeah, it was me. So
That's what I thought, yeah.
I meant to say he was first out. Like, y'all misread that. I said, who's my first pick? It's Dan. He's out first. Of course, if I'd have known that, I'd have really picked him out first if Phil was subbing for him, because that's what happens when when Phil subs for Dan.
You didn't know that?
I do now.
No, they said it last week at the end of the game.
Oh,
Dan was like, oh, and Phil's going to be first out when he subs for me next week.
wow. He predicted it. That's what happened. Now, I don't think any of us were in there when it happened, though, because it was so quick. I mean, I guess Phil just finishes quick. Who knows? But,
Somebody knows. Somebody on this call knows.
I didn't want to say shit, damn you.
See what I'm saying, Lee?
See, don't be a bully.
No,
I
could say the word lettuce, and you're like, "Hey, let us in to watch you have sex." Like that's.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. Too much. So, but yeah, so Phil finished first out, and unfortunately, we don't know what it is that got him out. All I can say is that I think he stuck around long enough to play the cash game afterwards. He was also begging Chris to actually officially join the league. He said he'd even offer him like $260 just to play starting that night to become his own player instead of a sub. But Chris turned him down, and so Phil got out. I think he left. I don't know if did y'all go to the point afterwards? Did he show up there?
He didn't go, no.
He didn't go. Oh well. All right. So who was second out?
Gabe.
Gabe was. Oh, that's right. Poor Gabe. Boy, he's had 2 seasons in a row. He's had a really rough start, and this is another season. So. But again, long season. It's only 2 weeks. We got 8 more to go. We've had players that have come back from worse. So he's definitely due for a good week this week. Maybe even pick him first to win. So who knows? Who's out third?
I mean, do you want me to just run through the stand?
No, we'll go slowly. We got an hour long, so we don't have to speed it up. Who was out third?
Mike.
Oh, Mike. What happened? Anybody? He was at table 2, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mostly Chris. I don't know who took him out. Aubrey will know, but
It was Chris.
yeah, Chris played
How did you pick out his wife?
He played like 3 hands, and it seemed like they all were against Mike, and he just happened to have the better hand each time. And he had the big one was he had the nut flush where Mike had the 2 pair, I think.
Yeah, Chris does not have a big one or a nut, so go ahead.
So there's that lettuce. But yeah, it was bad luck for Mike because every time he had a good hand, it was the 3 times Chris had a good hand, and Chris just had him. Yeah. So he basically broke my rule. He made a strong player stronger.
Yeah, Mike's online with us. Hey, thanks for joining us, Mike. And he even texted and corrected us and said that there was a straight draw on the board. Chances are that he had the 4 card straight, and he kept calling his bets and ended up hitting on the river, it looks like. So.
Well, it was more than 1 hand, Mike. He took you at least twice, but I think he beat you 3 times. One of them, he did have I think it was ace high flush. Because you guys both, I think that was the one I think you both went all in on. I bang.
Jesus, yeah. Yeah, Mike just said it takes 2 hands. So, all right. So Mike was out. Who was out after Mike?
Nathan.
Oh, that's right. He was at our table. Me and Marty, actually, Andi can attest to it too. We basically watched Nancy take out like the first 4 out of 5 hands. She was the bully of the night. The bully, if you know what I'm saying. She's definitely a big bully. And it turned out
Towards the end of the night, though, right? Haley was trying to get out, and she kept winning away. Yeah.
She did. She wanted to get bullied. People like to be the bully, and people like to get bullied. That's just how it goes.
Hey, I think I had a quick question. I'm sorry. My phone was breaking up. I thought I heard you just say bully 36 times, Lee. Is that true? Or
maybe. No, 37. Bully.
Carry back on. Go ahead.
All right. So bully is what we are discussing, and Nancy is very much a bully. And so it turned out her and Nate were in a few showdowns together. Marty, can you remember what happened between that hand? Because I think at that point you're still in it.
Oh, thanks for that, by the way. First of all, so Yeah, no, honestly, I can't remember their hand because when I'm out of the hand, I'm more sulking in my own nonsense. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I will tell you this. Nancy, I would be much more, and if she listens to the podcast, Nancy, if you listen to this podcast, you're an ass. And I'll tell you the reason why. So here's the reason is we were talking about you prior to, I was worried about you. I was concerned. I was like, man, maybe people are picking on her and giving her a hard time and reading, kind of not really reading between the lines because I think they're misunderstanding who she really is. And then she showed me who she really was. And she's a fucking bully. Like, and that is the fact. Those are hard, cold facts. She is a bully. And on the poker table, kudos to you. If you have a big stack and everybody lets you bully them, it's going to continue to happen. So that's where the line needs to be drawn.
Nancy was fully exposed. She was. She showed us her big stack.
I think, by the time that, like, when Nate went out, I think I was already shoveled into table 3 at that point, right? I don't think I was there for me to be taken out.
That's exactly what happened. And I don't know how this is a rule, but during the hand, not after the hand, but during the hand, if you were playing and you're behind the button, nobody volunteers to switch tables. For whatever reason, Chris decides, hey, you got to move. And so, yeah. So,
and to be very clear, and I don't know the rules either. I'm not 100%. I've heard that a million times before. I don't know the exact rules and how it words out, but whether the hand, she was in the hand, so the conversation should have been held off.
Yeah.
But no matter what happened, and again, if it was prior, if the conversation would have started prior to that moment of him, because he got knocked out during the process of that hand. Yeah. And Nancy even said the same thing. She's like, yeah, well, I know he should have brought it up during the hand, but that was the hand that it happened in. Yeah. And we should have just waited until Andi was out and he folded. Then you go, all right, Andi, hey, you're going in that room because, it's.
Or it should have just been when the hand itself was done and then the button moved. And then it should have been that person that was on the button before, right? It shouldn't
but that's what I'm saying. I don't know how to validate or justify. The problem is we have a house for a reason, which sucks. I mean, that's the way it is. But ultimately, if it doesn't specify in detail, like what it is, he makes the decision, and that's kind of the way it is. So,
but yeah, like I was in the hand, and he was here trying to like make me like get my tips and like move, basically.
No, that's not how it went, and y'all know. Stop, Lee. Cut your shit out, Lee.
Yeah, but he was talking to me in the middle of it. No, I was still in it.
That's 100% true. But y'all were going back and forth with a little banter back and forth. But I was telling you, I was like, hey, Chris, hold up, she's in the hand right now. Like we established that. But once you folded, you're not in the hand anymore.
Right. But again, the hand is still going, right? So anyway.
Yeah. But, and again, I wish I knew the rules more. And maybe that's something that Aubrey could be. Aubrey is a dealer. What's the rule? You probably know more than all of us. Or what do they do at Bieber? Yeah. What?
Usually it's not about like, we don't ask for volunteers to move. We just find which seat is open at the table that the person's moved to. And then we try and keep people as close to their position as possible, because sometimes you're like, oh, well, the person behind the button needs to move, but then the spot they're going to is about to be big blind, and that's just not really fair.
Yeah,
right. But do you wait until you don't ask them to do it right in the middle of the hand, right?
Oh, we say like after this hand, I'm going to move you to this spot.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's but I'm saying my question for you is, I think that the fact that Chris goes, all right, any volunteers? If nobody's ever going to volunteer if you haven't realized that yet. Moving forward, it should just be, hey, after this hand is over, you X so-and-so, whatever seat so-and-so goes to the other room and then carry on. We catch ourselves in these freaking little gray area quandaries, and then everybody gets mad at everybody when the reality of it is it's fucking simple as black and white. Like we put ourselves in these gray areas where we have
some silence before.
Yeah,
exactly.
And then specific people, I'm not going to say anybody's name out loud, but they rhyme with me. They like to instigate shit during that process. And so
they've rhymed with Marty. Oh, cool.
Yeah. Rhymes with me. Just me. So, but that's it. Like I said, for me, I don't know what the best scenario or outcome for that should have been or how it should have been handled differently. Cause I don't know the fucking rules. I wish I did.
Well, what the actual rule is, if you're the button, you move after the hand, because then you would become after the button, and that makes you the person that has not had to have the latest blind or whatever it is.
No, that's the person who did just finish their blind.
Right, exactly. So if you're the button, once it is over, then you are after the button, and then that becomes the person.
That makes the most sense to me, right? It's like you wait till the hand is done, and if the button's in front of you, once the hand's done, even if the person in the middle of the hand isn't in it,
right,
then a button moves, and then you move to the table.
So it's usually the button, and then when the hand's done, it's after the button. So that's how it works. But anywho, it wouldn't be normal if we didn't have a little controversy, but yeah. And that was the most controversy. Well, no, actually, there was something else that happened. We'll discuss later. But anyway, to finish the handout, Nate went out on Nancy. They had a few showdowns, so he was out. Who was out after Nate?
Robert.
Oh, that's right, Robert. Man, I swear.
That's why I moved. His table 3 died out quickly.
I sure did. That was the third elimination. I heard Peyton did.
I'm pretty sure Robert took out Dan, so he must have been up and down pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah, that's Robert. He's either, all in one hand and wins, and then all in the next hand and then loses. So, I mean, that's Robert's gameplay. He went out to Peyton, who had a hell of a night. He finished the final table. We'll get to that in a minute. So Robert got out. I don't think any of us maybe know. Andi, do you remember? I think you may have been in that table when that happened. Do you remember anything about that hand?
When Robert went out? No, he was out, and then that's when I went to table 3.
That's right. You did just say that. That's my short-term memory. So anyway, so after Robert, who was after Robert?
Marty.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Andi? Jesus.
Well, I mean, if we're not going to do the full rundown, I had to look at my sheet. So
why'd you say my name so aggressively, though?
Well, and again, I was already at table 3 at that point, so I wasn't even there to experience it. So
she should say it rhymes with party or farty. So, but anyway, so it's me, Eric, and Marty in the hand. Eric starts initiating the betting before flop. I call, Marty calls. We see a flop, and it's like ace, king, 6. And I forget. Marty and Eric both have an ace. I have a 6. And Eric initiates the bet. Marty calls. I decide to call. I'm like, fuck it. I'll just go ahead and see what the next card is. It wasn't that big of a bet. I think we were still at, 4-8. And I think the bet was 25, which is pretty decent, but I still called. Great turn for me. I hit a 6. Eric bets big this time. I think it was 50, I want to say, or 75, one of the two. And Marty calls, and I'm like, you know what, man, I'm either going to fold or go all in, because either one of these two fuckers has a 6 with a bigger kicker. I think I had like 6-4 or 6 something. Or one of them's or each of them have an ace. So I took a few minutes, thought about it. Phil's over here coaxing me, or not really coaxing me, but he's like, what do you must have a 6er. I said, no. Well, I didn't want to show my hand because you know the rule. You can't show the hand. I got Phil to my left, and I'm thinking, God, if I just call, I'm going to get fucked over. So I go all in. I fuck up the table, and Marty's a little perturbed. Motherfucker, I can't catch a hand. And I see Eric over there. That's the one I was worried about, is what Eric had. And he didn't have a 6, so he folds. Marty's sitting there with an ace, and now it's like, fuck, does Lee got an ace or he's got a king? Because he could have a king. He bluffs a lot. And unfortunately for Marty, he calls, and I show him the 6, and I got him covered, so that's how he gets eliminated. Sorry, Marty. I hated to do it to you. If it wasn't you, if it was somebody else, I'd have done it in snap. But no, I hated to do it against my buddy. But
don't feel too bad. He got a really good dinner after that.
Oh, I bet he did.
Yeah. So that's another funny fucking scenario.
Here we go.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk on it because it's not my story to tell.
Ouch.
I'll let Michael tell his piece of it, but I'm going to say this real quick. So Chris made some chicken fettuccine for me, or chicken Alfredo. Fettuccine Alfredo. Anyway, whatever, chicken fettuccine Alfredo. And so homemade a few weeks ago, like 5 or 6 weeks ago. And my daughter and my mother-in-law's favorite thing to eat. Like, they freaking love it. So I told them about it. I was like, guys, this shit was fantastic. You guys got to try it. And I asked them, I was like, hey, man, is there any way you could remake this for my daughter's birthday? Because Sophia turned 18. My baby turned 18 on Friday.
You no longer have kids, Marty? You don't have adults. You no longer have kids. You only have adults.
I no longer have a kid, guys. I'm on my way out. She's about to move to college and leave me by myself.
Wow. You mean it's going to be you and Karina only? Wow.
Well, and Teresa, my mother-in-law, lives here soon.
Oh, that's right. Ah, damn it.
It's going to be weird making eggs naked. So, but we'll see. I'll still have the apron on out of respect for the process.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, but anyway, so I asked him to make it for her, so he did. So he made me, my mother-in-law, Karina fed me chicken, so he just made her the pasta. And that was it. Like, that was the only reason why. And so I came downstairs to get my plate because Sophia had already came by earlier and got her food. So, and I came downstairs and I don't know if Michael was getting the business from Chris or what happened, but I walked into a little bit of a shit show. So,
oh, wow.
Michael.
Oh, yeah, he got all upset because I ate some freaking bread.
Oh, yeah, the bread. He didn't get upset with you. He got upset with me.
No, he got upset with me. He's like, that's not yours to fucking have. And both.
What?
I was like, it's one baby slice of bread.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, if you need me to go to the store and buy you another fucking loaf of French bread because you can't afford it, like,
wait. Everybody has to stop right now. And look, by the way, y'all know I give Chris shit all the time. My MO on this fucking podcast has been to banter and fuck with Chris since we started this thing. Now, in this scenario, I'm just going to say, like, he wasn't wrong 100%. Michael, am I wrong or no?
No, you're 100% right. I felt horrible. I really knew I screwed up, and I apologize so much that he jerked me off a plate himself. So
again, I didn't touch the pasta. I touched a piece of bread.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but he had a few plates saved aside. Again, I don't know what the plate said. All I know is I had my food in front of me and I was eating that.
Yeah, anything that had a name on it, I didn't touch.
No, yeah, I got you. By the way, I'm not validating as if it were my food or I made it or I set it aside. That's not the case. I'm just saying.
Let's hear the whole story, though. I mean, Chris is not here to defend himself, but let's hear the whole story. What happened?
Well, okay, Chris had several plates there, and he had bread that was also covered up. And I was starving, so I went down there looking for like a bag of chips. And Andi and I found the bread, and we each took a slice of bread.
You mean just a slice of bread out of the paper, out of the?
That was covered up. Yeah, part of the meal. It was part of the meal. So it was covered up. It wasn't just sitting there.
Was it so then you plates?
I actually took part of Marty's and I tried to give it to him with one bite taken out.
but was it like on a pre-made plate or something?
Yeah.
No, it was a plate of bread.
It's all portioned. It was all portioned though.
No, it was by itself.
But the bread was like separate. It wasn't on somebody's plate.
Yeah, that's correct.
But you could count it as part of the dinner.
He got mad over that. That's some fuckable shit.
No, I'm not saying. But I probably should have asked. He was right. I probably should have asked about it. He didn't care about the candy bars or the chips, but he spent a lot of time making that pasta, and it was great.
Again, I didn't touch the pasta. I had a piece of bread.
I did.
That is insane. Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
y'all
like
are
the
welcome to
pasta
my
I
house, but don't touch the bread. Jesus.
Right, the pasta I totally get.
like
right?
that.
Guys, hold on. I'm going to play devil's advocate here for just a second, okay? Now, let's just say the tables were turned, right? And everybody's at my house for the executive game. And I didn't know, by the way, my house, mi casa es su casa, right? So y'all come in here. If I show you where shit is one time, you're welcome to go pretty much anywhere you want. Now,
Unless you specifically say, don't touch this.
yeah, well, however, hold on. If my daughter has her favorite cream pies in the pantry, right? And I go in there and she don't eat them very often. Nobody knows who they're for, but I know who they're for. And like we have food on the table, we have food on the thing, we have little snacky areas, we have stuff. And like if you're eating one, I might be a little upset because you didn't ask me. Now,
Right, but again, this was out in the public opening.
Hold on. But Andi, you were missing the biggest point. It's irrelevant. It could be he's letting us at his house every moment. I've asked moments in a slight eyes distance where I go, shit, should I be eating the Snickers? I didn't fucking ask him. I was like, oh, hold up. Chris or Camilla, or hey, can I have the Snickers? Yeah, it's cool. Dude, you can have all the Snickers you freaking want. Yeah, that's just me. But again, remember, this is not a blame session, by the way.
No, I
just thought it was fucking hilarious because I was sitting down there watching this whole Jesse, or what was it, a Jerry Springer moment happen because Chris's face turned all red and he was frustrated. And it probably had something to do with
You are not the father.
Yeah, it probably had something to do with it taking 4 fucking hours to make all that.
Right. Again, like that's, I was like, okay, well, whatever. It's a piece of bread. Like I didn't touch the pasta. I wasn't going to touch the pasta. I mean, the same thing, right? So Saturday we had people over playing poker, right? There's what ended up being 6 of us or whatever, Lee. And I was like, hey, everything in the house is fair game except for the decanter. Outside of that, you can have whatever you want.
Boom, done. But had you walked downstairs and I was pouring myself a little glass because it was down there, would you be mad?
No.
You liar. I can see that after making the announcement, but I mean,
Did he make an announcement? Nobody touched any food? Yeah, but y'all remember Ryan when we hosted a game at his house? Do you remember that one friend of his?
No.
Ryan is the same way. He doesn't give a shit. He like, everybody come inside, do your thing. You have beers outside, drinks out there. If you want something from the bar, have at it. Ryan had this specific bottle from a hockey goalie. I can't remember his name. I think it was Belfour, but I'm not
Belfour.
Yeah. He had a specific signed thing of this dude he opened it. Not only did he like not just open it like boop, like he opened, like he unplasticized it, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And opened it from the beginning and poured a bit, not just a small glass, but a half of a fucking glass full of.
Oh yeah, no, I would lost my shit on that.
And dude, he didn't quite lose his shit, but it was like, yo, what the fuck are you thinking right now? Like, and he kind of thought himself in a weird reaction way, and the guy was like, what, man? It's just, you said we could have whatever. He's like, bitch,
I remember that.
Like that. I mean, so he was living, and he can't get, not that the bread is that fucking serious.
That's what I was just about to say. I'm going to be Devil's Junior advocate and say it's a piece of fucking bread.
But you guys are forgetting the purpose, though. We're all
bread.
I know, we're
wearing his underwear on my head.
We need to ask for permission to, should I start bringing my own toilet paper?
Guys, hey, do you need somebody to wipe your ass, Andi? Do with what you will, but I mean, like I said.
No, I get it, right? Like, if there's like, right, he has like common alcohol. So if I go downstairs and I help myself to alcohol that's not in the common area, that's off limits. I get that.
I mean, I'm just like, again, I'm not advocating for Chris at that moment. First of all, Chris, that your chicken fettuccine Alfredo is freaking amazing, by the way. It really is. All the flavors of the chicken, all the stuff, kudos to you. But however, I thought it was fucking hilarious because I got to watch Michael, who is probably one of the nicest people on fucking planet Earth, react in a way that he had no idea how to respond, with a big ass piece of bread sticking out of his mouth. After,
oh my God.
Which that's what, to me, that was the highlight of the night for me. Because I got to watch this dude not have any idea how to react to the situation except for chew, talk, and then go. And then, by the way, extend my own bread to me in my face and go, do you want a piece of this? So it was fucking amazing to me. So I thought it was awesome.
What a bully. What a bully.
I do know how to respond. Chris loves my shrimp, so I'm going to bring some shrimp and make up to him.
Oh, wow. Chris loves your shrimp.
Make sure you bring some bread for me, too.
Yep.
Some bread? Okay, shrimp and bread? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think it goes together.
I think so. All right, so next is, we talked about Marty getting eliminated. We don't want to bring that up again, do we? Who is after Marty?
Junior
Jeremiah. Now, here's some little bit of controversy here. Aubrey might be able to shed more light on this than anybody. If you were still at the table, do you remember what happened?
It was my hand.
No, I had been moved to the dungeon by then.
All right, so Michael said it's his hand, right?
Yeah,
Michael, let us know what happened.
Long after me, right, Aubrey?
Yeah.
Yeah, Aubrey and Andi moved almost on top of each other.
I was
wait a minute.
Careful.
Okay. All right, so Michael, what happened with the kid?
Just to set the scene real quick, the way Phil is my kryptonite, right? He just, no matter what I get, he finds a way to beat me on the river. Right now, since the championship game 2 seasons ago, it's been that way with me and Jeremiah Jr. He's a much better player than me, but I've got the better of him over and over again. And I think he knows he's a better player, so he tries to bully me out. And sometimes I can just tell. So it happened twice this game, where right before the break, I had ace, top pair, and 2 pair, but top. And I had ace queen and he had king queen. So he had 2 pair and I had ace queen. Anyways, he came over top of me with 220,000 after the river when he got his 2 pair, and I snap called him and I really wounded him. And then after the break, he and I were head to head again, and I had 6s, and he didn't have anything until the river, I think. But I could tell the way he was betting. But I finally checked, and he didn't know what I had, so he checked, and he had me beat. I thought he had queens, I think. And I had 6s, so I threw my cards. Thankfully, I threw them face up, and Marcia was the dealer, so she called straight, that I had a straight. And I'm like, no, I don't. And I'm like, oh, I guess I do. And Jeremiah heard that, and he got really upset with his mom for calling the hand that I won. And that left him with basically...
That's what the dealer is for.
Right. The cards speak for themselves. But it didn't, it upset him because, I didn't see it.
I mean, I have a the all the time. I didn't see the difference between me and everybody else.
So that basically left him with 2 big blinds left, and he went all in. And I don't remember who took him out. Maybe it was Keith. I think Keith took him out.
Was?
That was Keith, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was basically, he just shoved for nothing. He had nothing, like 6'4" or something. He was just upset. And then on his way out, he asked his mom, could you not have done me a solid there? And she said, look, I'm a dealer. I'm going to let this.
Yeah, but also I think somebody else at the table would have realized it too.
Right. Again, because I put him face up, thankfully, I didn't muck him. And then he wanted to drop out of the league, and Chris gave him a moment to think about it. Said, if I refund you the final 8 weeks, you cannot come back in. And he said he was done. So he took his $200 or $200 and left.
And I think, to be fair, I think one of Jeremiah's excuses in leaving was mostly because he knows he's going to miss a big chunk of the league. I think he said 4 weeks worth. I don't know if that's true or not, but so.
Yeah, you can't. You can only have 3 subs. Like, for
Right.
example,
And that's what he said, is that you can only have subs for 3 weeks. So, yeah, he just decided right then and there it wasn't worth it. So,
You know what I think is interesting, by the way, is, Michael, the way you explain things and the way you kind of are, it's hilarious to me. Bro, you have been playing poker long enough. At what point in time are you going to realize when you have a straight on the board? And,
Or flush.
For fuck's sake, dude.
Yeah, it's
Get
not
your
like you have
shit
the excuse
together.
of drinking.
Yeah, like at least Andi accepts that when she hits Mrs. Straight. She's like, hey, I was fucking 3 sheets to the win, or whatever the case is, right? But
Yeah.
you're like in the hand. You should know the avenues of what your cards are able to do in whatever direction. Am I right or no?
Yeah.
well, in fairness to me, I was so intimidated by eating that fucking piece of bread that I couldn't bear it. Like,
Well, now, by the way, I'm not saying that we've all been there before, but to be honest with you, I just like giving you shit because you're so in tune and in depth with how you ask questions and how you look and receive answers, and you're trying to learn all the time. And simple things like what shapes are on the cards and what numbers go in order, fucking behoo you. Like, I throw you for a whirl, man. I'm telling you.
would you have folded that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, okay, so now that we're halfway through the list, should we go ahead and just go into the fastest 3 minutes?
Sure, why not? Let's go for it.
Okay, so fastest 3 minutes, slowest 3 minutes in poker. So as you guys have heard, Dan was out first. It's giving him +1. Gabe is followed Dan, +2, followed by Mike, but I had the high hand of the night, getting me a total of +4. Nate, +4. Robert took out Dan, which gives him a +6. Marty, +6. Junior, +7. Marcia, +8. Noe, +9, followed by AJ is +10. And then Keith, who took out Junior, who was in the top, for giving him a +13. Followed by yours truly with +12. Jody was +13. Brian got AJ, giving me a +15, followed by B with +15. Chris actually didn't make the final table, which is surprising, but took out Mike, and who was in the top, getting him a +18. Bud took out Noe, who was in the top, and Keith, getting him a +20. Tony survived the night, giving him +19. Michael survived the night, +20. Lee took out Marty, who's in the top, B, and then survived the night with a total of +24. Peyton took out Gabe, who had a bounty, Robert, who had a bounty, and survived the night. And I think had a bounty reward, so it looks like +27 or so. Nancy took out Nate, who's in the top, myself, Brian, Bud survived the night and had the most souls, so a total of +30. And then Aubrey, our guest and the winner of last week, took out Marcia, who had a bounty, Jody, Chris, who had a bounty and was in the top, and then kept her bounty, so getting her total of +30. So where does that leave us after 2 weeks? Nancy is number 1 overall with +46, followed by Lee with +41. Tony is +40. Chris +36 and 4th. Aubrey is in tied with Peyton for 5th with +33, followed by Michael with +32. And then Nate is +26. Brian and Noe are tied at +25. I'm not really sure where the cut's going to hit there since we keep bouncing around, but it'll either fall at Nate or at Noe. Followed by Mike with +24. B with +23 and 12. Bud and Andi are tied at +22, followed by Marty and Marcia are tied at 19. Keith with +18. Jody is +15. AJ's in 19th with +12. Gabe is in 20th +9. Robert +7. And last place is Dan with +3.
Dan, average 2 weeks out first and 2 weeks in a row. Wow.
Well, unfortunately, last week was a sub too, so that sucks. It's one thing if you take yourself out first, but
I just learned something, guys. When you play like shit, you lose your nickname in this league.
Yeah, I think Dan is being Dan.
She went from King Marty to just Marty. Marty last place. Marty subs. Marty. Marty Albert. I was like, golly, like that kind of hurt my heart a little bit. Like I'm not
Sorry. Sorry. It's more so like, so I love that Aubrey is keeping like the notes and that Mike's app is tracking them. But when I'm looking at the notes and I'm looking at the app,
Yeah, the app is wrong.
Disconnect.
I love that Aubrey pointed that out, by the way.
So I'm just trying to figure out, like,
I have it all written down.
Yes, we're following Aubrey's paper.
So Aubrey, like, and so Mike, I'm not calling you out. I think there's just maybe some extra points that aren't calculated in there that we actually calculate on the side. So the points that I listed off are actually what came from the app, but I think it should have been Nancy or Aubrey's points because my points added up, I think, pretty close to Aubrey's as well. And so I'm a little like all over the place with the with our points and who did what and who got what and where we are with that. So
guys, I just want to play poker with my friends.
Yeah, we got a new friend. It looks like we got a non-player that actually joined the chat for a second. So yeah, Jason looks like his name. So thank you for joining for the full 2 minutes that you were on. But so if you're interested in AIA stuff, look us up. We're everywhere. We're on Apple. We're on Spotify. Just listen to the podcast. Oh, and don't forget the blog. We got the blog, right? Marty, you still setting up that blog?
Yeah, it's still getting worked on right now. It's in process, but I will tell you right now, we've got our international boat game, cruise game is happening in 3.5 weeks. So if you guys catch yourself in the Cayman Islands, join us there as well. So.
Oh yeah, the guys from Guam and the Philippines and everywhere else. So yeah, we're worldwide. All right, so we fast forwarded to the ends. Final table, I want to say consisted of myself, not to brag, Nancy. Who else was there? Aubrey. I think you were there dealing.
Well, yeah, she won the night.
That's right. She won the night.
Clayton, Marie, Michael, and Tony.
And Tony. How could we forget Tony?
Wait, who won the night?
Oh, yeah. Who won the night?
That was me.
Yay. I wish we had Chris here to give us the fake ovation. But yeah, so it was her and her bestie heads up. Of course, Nancy almost finished with the most chips, but Aubrey beat her. And if you could describe that last hand.
I got a big hand.
Wow, a big hand. That's something.
Well, yeah, I ended up, my chip stack was 800,000 more than Nancy's, and she was second place.
It's a good thing you were raising those pots 400K each time.
Exactly.
See?
For the record, I prefer women with small hands.
Yes, I was going to say the same thing, but
that's what my friend's husband calls my ex-husband.
What's that? Oh, small hands?
John Smallhands.
John Smallhands, because of the Burger King commercial. I have these tiny hands.
Which he didn't have small hands, but it's because of his last name.
Oh, wow, Malhands.
Audrey, were you bullying Nancy at the table?
No, really. I was playing a lot of stuff to the flop and then just like folding because nothing hit. And I mean, at final table, maybe a little bit. I was a little bit of a bully, but
maybe.
I mean, I took out Chris, so.
Aha. Yeah, there's a huge ovation for that. There you go.
I was like, there's no way. I took him out.
That's worth the price of admission just in and of itself.
Yeah. I was in the other room when I had beaten everybody's ass in cash game. Yeah. Apparently that's my new jam. I went from being shitty at cash games to actually playing.
Yeah, you're like cashing in like the last 4 or 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the Beaver and except for Thursdays.
Well, exactly. Well, that's not Thursdays weren't cash games. So.
Exactly.
So you took him out, Aubrey, and I literally ate his lunch.
Oh, you ate Chris. Ouch.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd eat Chris too much, but hey, as long as you just stick to the bread. Stick to the bread.
I said I ate his lunch. I didn't say him a salad.
You had a Chris salad. Oh my God, Jesus! Just stick with the bread. All right, so that was last Thursday. We want to again congratulate Aubrey for beating out Nancy, just edging her out. Kudos to you. This is win number 3. That is either a new record or a tied record. We'll have to go back in the archives and look up Marty's blog for that and everything else. But congratulations to you, Aubrey. Now it's time for your segment. Take it away, Michael.
Aubrey, you ready for this? This is a much more genteel interview than what you've had in the past when with Mr. Requeese used to do it. But
first time I got probing.
I'd like you to introduce yourself. And if you could, a couple things people might not know about you, that you have a twin and you sing Evanescence at karaoke and do it quite well. And you pick bad pool partners. So you can talk about each one of those or say whatever you'd like.
She is a badass karaoke singer, by the way. If you get a couple drinks in Aubrey, a couple of White Claws, she is.
And she plays the viola.
Well, why would I talk about myself when you guys know so much and you're saying it for me?
Exactly. So go ahead, take it away, Aubrey.
Oh, basically that. I mean, hobbies, poker for sure. But I've only been playing. I just had my 2-year anniversary of the day I joined the Eager Beaver League and learned how to play.
Congratulations.
Yay. Yeah, that. I'm a karaoke addict. I'm actually going tonight after this. Jax is doing karaoke tonight.
I love it. I love it.
Those are my plans.
Are you going to sing in this moment?
No. Hell no.
No. Okay.
Unless I'm like 10 shots deep, I'm not going to risk that.
Nice. Everybody buy shots for Aubrey at the Jack's night.
Yeah. By the way, I did karaoke for the first time ever with Aubrey.
First and last.
I always try and get people to come out after the games on Thursdays. I'm like, I'm a social butterfly. I love going out.
It was a great time. So,
yay! I'm glad. Yeah, I do that. I play the viola, and none of you guys were actually at my game on Saturday. But after my twins off work, I told her to grab her cello, and we played some songs together for everyone.
Nice.
What was it like growing up with a twin?
Normal for me. That's like,
I mean, that was a failed question.
It's just like, I don't know what it's like to not have a twin. So
yeah, that makes sense.
That'd be like, I mean, it was great. Built-in best.
Did you guys ever do the switch the boyfriend thing or
Jesus?
Get away from going into the classes or whatever.
There were 2 occasions where we liked the same guy.
Wow.
But we were young enough to where like it didn't really matter.
Oh, so y'all identical? Or y'all?
Yeah, we are. And we look a lot different now because I like dyed my hair and I have piercings, but under all that, we're pretty similar.
I remember you showed me for the first time we were at Jack's. You FaceTime your sister and said, "Hey," I said, "Wait a minute, what are you doing there if you're here? Wait a minute, what's going on?" But you know what you should have did? Just like the movie Moving with Richard Pryor, he had 2 twin sons. That one son would go to school, and that was the one person. The next day he'd stay home, and his twin would go to school as that person.
Well, there's also that one movie, What Happened to Monday, where they're like septuplets and they each have an assigned day of the week.
There you go. That's perfect.
That one.
So you're Monday and Thursday.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Are y'all similar? I mean, did y'all grow up liking the same stuff, or were you?
Always, yeah. We were in the same extracurriculars, all the sports, the music, like Girl Scouts. We did everything.
Everything except poker.
So best friend?
Yeah, that's my best friend, no doubt.
Awesome. See, that's cool. To me, that's the coolest part about it.
Yeah.
No, Nancy's my bestie, but Gabby is my best friend.
Yeah, I don't think we can handle 2 Martys.
Excuse me?
I don't think Marty can handle 2 Martys.
And Michael, to answer your question, we never switched boyfriends. I think that was you who asked that. I couldn't really tell.
It was him.
Right.
He point that out that it was him.
Yeah, wishful thinking on his part.
But imagine if we had 2 Michaels, we'd have to listen to twice as many questions and shit. Like,
And there'd be twice as much bread missing.
this
Oh my God, I love it.
this podcast would be 4 hours long if we had 2 Michaels.
Oh.
Yeah, we have switched classes. Just twice.
See, you did do that. I knew it.
You did it.
All right, I'm sorry. Michael, go.
I actually had her play for me week 1.
Nice.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, I was like, did she win? I can't remember.
Did she win?
No, I was like 4th out.
Oh, that's why. She's out, so she sucks. I see. I still call her sister.
Wait, hey, thank you for that avenue, by the way, Aubrey, because I had my twin play for me yesterday. That's why I suck.
That's
Or Monday.
why.
Yeah, that's well.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yesterday?
Marty. It was
On Monday, sorry. Or Friday, Thursday. Jesus Christ.
I'm like,
It wasn't a day of the week.
I haven't
Marty,
slept yet, guys,
Marty,
but-
And Marty just gave me hell about not knowing it straight. You can't get the day right. So,
Hey, I'm going on 48 hours with no sleep. My bad, guys. So
Oh, that's right.
well, as Aubrey said, she likes to get people to go out afterwards. And last week we chose to go to a pool hall, and we were supposed to be partners, but Robert said I got dibs on Aubrey, so I was Haley's partner, and it didn't work out. Haley and I were terrible, and Robert and Aubrey were terrible. Peter won
You
every
saw
game.
after I switched from Robert's special custom pool cue to one of the boring ones from the bar, I almost beat Peter. So
Yeah, but he didn't lose a game, so he can't go with this anymore. He's done.
yeah, he's insane.
Peter.
All right, Mike's
Peter.
justifying the app is correct. I'm like, again,
So-
doesn't call me out, Mike. I'm just saying the numbers are different than what we added.
Aubrey, did you say Peter's a good pool player?
Yeah,
He was that night. He was that night. He was.
All right, so now we're gonna have to have a tournament at the house because I've been waiting to put a tournament together. So we're gonna I'll put one together.
Party at Marty's.
Yep.
Well, Aubrey, my next question, you've already answered it, was how long you've been playing, which is 2 years, and where'd you get your start, Beaver League? So you're the director or one of the directors of Beaver League, and I'd like you to talk a little bit about that, and then how would you compare Beaver League players and the style of Beaver League to AIA? And then I just got to ask, who's got the stronger players?
Okay, so I'd say the main difference is I'm one of the tournament directors. I started running some of the games 6 months after I started, and then it's been smooth sailing ever since. But
Not to
I
brag.
think the way those games are run, we have multiple venues, obviously games every day of the week except for Fridays. So it's definitely it's more people, and there are different groups for each venue. I know some people I haven't seen in months because they only play at this one place. But I'd say it's organized, it's a free roll. So there's definitely going to be a difference in the way that people play over there. There isn't as much on the line, but it is nice that we have a cash winner every night instead of, playing for 10 weeks just to not make the final table. So it's a new chance to win every week instead of a long-standing thing. But, sometimes it is fun, AIA, to see how people change throughout the season, and going up and down in the standings is building anticipation for who's going to make it. So there are definitely both things to love about both of the leagues. And
Who's got the stronger players?
what?
Who's got the stronger players? Which league?
Well, I have no idea. There's some overlap. Well, there's some overlap. So
That's a very Lee answer, by the way.
Wait a minute.
I was
now,
gonna say,
come on.
she's trying to be the new mayor of Pokertown, isn't she?
Hey, I can honestly say that the AIA League has stronger players only because it's a commitment for 10 weeks. And it's kind of what Aubrey alluded to.
Right,
But
unless
that commitment keeps you in. Well, yeah, of course, these fuckers keep dropping out. Oh, I can't make it after 2 weeks. I'm going to drop out. Jeremiah. I'm kidding. But yeah, after the commitment factor, we've kind of phased through a few seasons of, and I don't want to say flushed them out, but just some of the more non-committed, maybe not as good players have maybe played a season or two and then quit. We've got our fair share of really good players. I'd say some of the top players out of the Beaver League. Not to say that Beaver's bad. I just think AIA is slightly better, but Beaver does have a bunch of good players. Like Jordan, he's probably one of the top players, if not the top player right now. Well, of course, besides Aubrey. But yeah,
Jordan definitely has more wins than I do.
I think he just tied Tony for number 2 overall behind Wes, who's got 50 wins.
Wes has 56 wins, which is insane.
crazy.
Of course,
I haven't played with Jody or AJ. So how are they as players? I mean, I've never played with them yet. So
I would say AJ is pretty solid. AJ is pretty solid. You've never met Jody?
I met Jody. No, did she play at Eager Beaver?
I thought she did. Well, maybe. I think Bud brought her, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't. I've never seen her. I don't think I haven't played with
never
her.
mind.
I have played with AJ though. He's relatively new to the league, but he seems like he's a type player. He doesn't do crazy stuff, and he usually makes pretty far in the game. So
I think he's Andy's fiance's doppelganger. He's Mike.
I saw it too. Lee, I saw him walking up, and I was on the phone. I said, I know exactly who that is because I remember.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah,
Michael. We're
I
back.
knew exactly. Except Andy's fiance is better looking.
Aha, there you go. Kind of like Aubrey and her twin. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Moving right along, Aubrey. Aubrey, you alluded to it earlier. You had a cash game at your house. There were actually several cash games. First thing, I'd like you to confirm that I was not there because I was accused of being in one or two different places. I wasn't. Andy, I'd like you to confirm I was not at your house. And then how many players did you get? What was the buy-in?
What were you really at,
What time did it
Michael?
end? And then and who were the big winners? And you can talk about all those things, Aubrey.
Sure. So it was super last minute because I do run the Eager game Saturday afternoons. And while I was there was a text in the season 14 group chat. And somebody was like, hey, where's the cash game tonight? Phil answers Aubrey's house. This is the first I'm hearing of it. I'm like, what? Like, no, I'm not doing anything like that. What are you guys talking about?
And it just conveniently happened to be that Aubrey's mom, Jennifer, right?
Yeah.
She was out of town that weekend. So, yeah.
She lives in Arizona. She was here visiting and now she is back home.
Uh-huh. So you're saying there could be more parties.
And, I totally would have hosted one while she was in town, but we just didn't have the time. So, and also,
How many players do you have?
I think total that we had at one point was like 14 or 15, but I think around 20 people were there total.
And was there a buy-in or just people came with what they wanted to?
No, so we did $20 minimum and $40 max. It was just.
And what time did you guys start and end?
We started, I said 7, and then, I'm like running around, like trying to clean my house. And like, I ran to Chris's house to get another table because I was like, what if it ends up being more than 2 tables? Because I feel like all these people are saying they're going to show up, like Lee. And
Thank you for calling me out. Thank you.
Of course.
Front Street.
Marty.
So, I was running around a lot and people did show up and, but everyone was hanging out for a little bit. I think we ended up starting like playing at a little closer to 8 o'clock, but we still had 5 people there at 6 a.m. And that's when we decided to call it.
Oh, you were up that long?
Mm-hmm.
She was. She went to bed at 8.
Yeah, I went
Did you
to
go
bed.
to Waffle House?
No, I didn't. But my brother was awake playing video games. And so 5 a.m. hit. He's like, I'm door dashing McDonald's. Do you want anything?
Oh, yes.
Whereas at my poker game, I went to bed while everybody was still here.
She did. I can attest to that. We were all still playing at 1 o'clock. We said, hey, let's take a smoke break. We come in. Where's Andi? She's in bed.
Yep.
So Lee,
You were there.
Lee, you were there. Aubrey, you were at your place. Can you both confirm, for one person who might or might not be listening, that I was not out of play?
No, you were totally at my game, Michael. You were totally at my game.
Yeah.
You actually won the night. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, Michael, I cashed you out at about 1 o'clock.
I was about to say, Marty cashed him out himself. Where were you?
Yeah, that failed. I should have known better than do that.
You left it in our
All
hands,
right, moving
Michael.
along. Aubrey, this is some rapid fire. If you just want to answer some of these, if there's one part of your game that you could improve right now, what would it be?
Not, I guess, being picky with the hands that I play. I see a face card and a lot of the time I'm like, oh, well, what if I
Amen. I know that got you. I know if you got a face card, I don't care if it's King 2, you're going to play it, right?
That's her hand.
I'm King too.
That's her hand. King City.
All right, real quick, sir. Here's some quick ones. Who's the best player in the league? Now, I gave you a heads up on these questions. You got to have an answer.
No, I know. I just kind of skimmed them and I went away and stuff.
Marty, I tried to prepare for this segment.
Oh, you're good. Well, I think hilarious.
And I'm still not ready. I have no idea because week 1, like, I guess Phil's not in the league, so it doesn't count. But like, it varies. Like, I was 4th out last week and I got 1st place like this week, I guess.
Okay, so you're the best player. That's what you're saying. You're the best player.
No.
That's what I heard.
I heard it too. Not her twin, but herself.
You don't have to answer that. What about, is there a particular player that you hate to go head to head with? Like when you're at the same table and it's just you two left, you're like, damn it, I don't know what this guy's got or this girl's got. Is there anybody like that?
Yeah, I think I get intimidated by Robert, of course, because I don't know if he's looked and like he's an aggressive player. Also, Noe just is generally intimidating to me. I learned that he's
so
nice,
quiet.
The first time I was like playing, I remember being like, "Oh, this dude is scary."
Yeah, he's so quiet.
But he's nice. So like,
Oh no, I know. So like, what it makes him, because he's so quiet when he plays, it's so hard to be like, "Are you like, what are you doing over there?"
I was about to say, you're gonna go with sexy voices.
Also, Keith, I think just because if I don't have the absolute best hand, I just know he's going to chase and hit on the river because that's what he does.
That's what Phil is to me.
All right, I got a question, Aubrey. So,
I'm sorry. I got
One more. I got one more thing.
Oh, go ahead, Michael.
I'm sorry, Lee.
Cut that
It's just
part
right
out
up
there.
here. Last week, I asked Phil this question: who do you love to take out? And he said you. So for you, I got the same question: who do you love to take out, or would you love to take out, even if you haven't yet?
I think I just feel bad for taking most of these people out because either I don't know them or I'm friends with them. I don't like getting people out of the game because I know it, it's upsetting.
But you do it all the time.
As long as it's not on some stupid, 9-3 off that hits, whatever. If I have a good hand, I think playing, a fair hand and, betting, truly and not just doing bullshit, I think taking out Chris was a high point for my last week.
Amen. Yeah, he's got such a punchable face, right? Because he's got a punchable face. All right, Lee, go ahead. We got one more to the end, but go ahead, Lee.
Well, you kind of hit on that. I was going to say, do you or do you not target Phil? But I think she already answered that kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
The last question I
stay
have.
out of that. I stay away from that.
Oh.
I can't, sometimes, we're playing, normal poker, but I feel like he knows, what I play.
Don't you hate that he can call you out like that?
He knows me too well. I'm like, get away from me. I don't want to be at your table.
All right, last question.
Yeah, it's actually a two-parter. What is your favorite hand? And then if you were to give advice to a new player or just a player trying to get better, what would your advice be? So best hand and your advice, please.
I like Queen 8 and Queen 9. Those are good.
Suited or offsuit, doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. I mean, of course,
You were hitting last night.
suited. I feel like I don't have a lot of luck with suited cards in my hand. There are very few times where I'll actually get a flush from that.
Yeah, it's
And
funny.
the time it's three cards, clubs, and I have hearts. So I'm okay.
I don't hardly see you get flushes. You're right on that. That's an odd point. So I'll have to remember that. But all right, I lied. One last question. Is there somebody in you don't have to name names. Is there somebody in Beaver League that you wish would not be there?
Oh, damn, snap.
Starting something.
That's me. So you can just say yes or no. You don't have to name names. You just say yes or no.
Yes.
Oh, I knew you were going to say yes.
Okay, is it a boy or a girl? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
Does their name start with an A? Does it start with a B?
Oh.
Are you saying it's me?
Oh, she said Andi. Oh, she said, no, wait, no, she didn't.
I was joking about.
I know. I know.
If you can explain the joke, it's not a joke.
She loves Andi.
Yeah, there's this girl named Aubrey. I just
Oh, I thought you were going to.
he's at my table.
I thought you were going to say your twin's name, but anyway.
Well, this concludes the interview. Unless anybody else has any questions, go right ahead. But the interview is over.
Now I'm ready to go to bed.
All right, we're going to make it quick. Porcelain Corner real quick. Marty, go.
All right, very simple, guys. The Porcelain Corner is a segment of this show where we pick our choices for who's going to go out first and who is going to win for the night. So I missed we didn't talk about week 1. I missed the podcast last week. I was overwhelmed with a bunch of stuff that was going on. So I did submit my picks, and my pick was the only one that got points on the board. So as it usually falls in line, I take the lead early on in this season. I know y'all hate it. I know it sucks to suck, but it's the facts. So I picked Aubrey to win, and she came through for me and with flying colors, and I love it. So kudos for that. So this week, we are going to start with our guest. So guest, Aubrey, who do you have winning this week, and who do you have going out first?
Do we know if anyone is having a sub this week?
That's my question.
You can't take these questions.
Oh, well, I think it matters. Let's say
It really does.
I think first out, I know that Bud hasn't played at all. He's had a sub both weeks. So I think if he does play this week, he might be first out because he's not used to the dynamic.
Ah.
Okay, that's a good pick.
Winning the night, I'm going to go with, it's a toss up. I want to say Tony might win.
Okay. Wow. That's how that feels.
Well, he survived both nights. It's like he's definitely up there in the points. He seems to know when to get out of a hand for the most part.
So what's funny, Aubrey, is I wrote down my picks halfway through the podcast, and I have Tony winning as well.
Okay.
So
Andy, I got you written down.
We'll change these stats for the porcelain corner.
right, yeah. And then I just since I've already chimed in, I have AJ losing.
AJ losing? Okay, I got you.
Yeah, sorry, AJ.
Yeah. All right. Michael, who you got, sir?
Oddly enough, I have AJ losing, and I have Noe winning.
AJ losing and Noe winning. Interesting.
Okay, we've got some overlap so far. So
Yeah.
Lee?
Okay, so I thought long and hard on this.
20 minutes later.
I hate to say it, but I got to pick Jody to go out first, only because she's still kind of feeling out everybody, not feeling up everybody, but feeling out everybody and kind of getting used to everybody. So unfortunately, she might experiment a little too much and be out first. And my winner, I have to give it to this guy because it's been a while. He went out to me last week and he shouldn't have. I love you, Marty. I'm picking Marty to win.
Let's go. You know who'd you pick to lose, by the way?
Jody.
So here's what's funny about that is I actually have I have Jody. I had Jody early on in the week to go out first, and then I had Lee to win. However, I'm keeping Lee to win because I think it's about time for you to do it. But I'm going to pick oh crap. I just forgot his name.
AJ?
AJ,
No.
Is it relevant? Is it relevant? Is the name relevant at all?
No. Shit. What's his name?
Brian B.
Brian with a B. That's what it was. Sorry.
Brian with a Y.
Brian, no.
Yeah.
You guys kill me with that Y thing, that whole Y thing. So I got Lee winning, and then I've got Brian with the Y going out first.
Wow. And Marty usually hits his pick. So Brian with a Y, beware.
Comparatively.
No shit.
I'm just curious, Marty, who did you have losing last week?
I'd have to go back to my text. Hold on, please hold.
He's checking the blog.
Yeah, let me look online and just verify that.
Facebook page.
I don't even remember who I picked. I was schwasty based by that time.
I don't remember. I remember I picked Ticked out first.
I had AJ going out first.
Oh,
Yep.
Yes, that's not. I mean, that wasn't terrible. I don't think so.
Well, yeah, he did make the final table.
Yeah, I mean, no, but in terms of everybody else picking him this week. So,
Well, yeah. That's true.
They want to be like you. That's why.
yeah,
There
I
you
want to
go.
be like Marty. Said nobody. All right, so
Be like Mike.
real quick, thank you, Nancy. I wanted to pick Nancy to win, but she's such a bully. I can't
bully.
pass on the path.
Is she a bully? Is she a bully though? Is she a bully?
I think she is. I think she's that sweet old grandma that like has the Werthers in her pocket with hair on it and stuff, and that would give them to everybody, but like kick you in your shins the very first second that you turn on her type stuff. So that's how I picture her. Is
She's actually the grandmother when you get Halloween candy, you got to go through it.
yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to make sure that that's what it was. She didn't give you some halls
Oh
on
my God,
accident.
you guys are such assholes.
Balls.
Nancy did tell me after week 1 she was surprised at how different everybody's playing style was with AIA. So she told me, she was like, I think I have to like play more aggressive.
She did.
And it worked out for her because
The bully learned how to bully.
And by
She's
the way,
marked now. She's marked.
to be very clear, I love bantering with Nancy. I gave her a hard time the first time I sat down with her at Beaver. I don't think I let up, and I don't think she let up at all. So I love the fact that she came in here with an open mind. And I know she just wants to play cards just kind of like me, but you build camaraderie here. You spend enough time with these people, and it's fun to have the ability to play competitive poker and have a good time at the same time. Now, I will tell you right now, Peter Pumpkin Eater is fucking pissing me off with all his demanding shit. So his demanding of the music and demanding of, I'm going to kick him right in his nuts. Whoever he's subbing for this week, I wanted to pick that as him as the loser, but I don't know if he's subbing.
Go for it.
No, I think he's gone now. He's going to Midlothian, and he's gone for 2 years.
Is he? Well,
Yeah.
How far do you think Midlothian is away from here?
Well, it's too far to come for Thursday night.
Well, so I wasn't sure because I asked him, because I'm going to need a job.
He's gone to Fort Worth for 2.5 years. He's done.
No, Midlothian is like hours away, like 6 hours or something like that, I think. It's like out in West Texas.
Yeah, he wasn't sure exactly because I asked him if he'd sub on the 14th for me because I won't be here. So he said he'd let me know.
Hey, I did have a question for Mike. Mike's still listening, right?
Probably. He's
No.
texting me on the side.
Well, if Mike's still here, I was wondering if he's going to do the same thing for Marcia that he did for
Yep, he's there.
Because you're saying you took him off the app, so like everybody's points were down one this week. Because
Oh, is Marcia gone too?
yeah,
When did that happen?
What?
she left the group chat today.
Oh, she left the group chat. Well, that's just her leaving the group chat.
Yeah, she does that all the time.
So did Brian. Brian left it because he got tired of them. And I was a dick move when I texted 3 a.m. the other morning, and then Nate, Nate couldn't help himself. Nate had to do it again.
Guys, stop. Like, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I know Brian. I'm friends with Brian. He's just an old man in a fucking youngish man's body. Like, so
Youngish.
he's always complaining. He's always got something to gripe about. So I give him shit all the time about that. I was like, bro, Eeyore, you need to smile more, man. Like, that's too fucking short, dude. By the way, hey guys, Midlothian's an hour away. Everybody relax.
I was about to say Midlothian ain't 6 hours, but anywho. All right. I think that concludes this episode. Why don't we let
about walking, to be fair.
Yeah, oh, yeah. 6-hour walk, yeah, for most people. But why don't we let the lovely ladies take us out together in sexy voice?
Oh,
Thanks for joining. See you on Thursday.
guys, that was very seductive of y'all.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I don't need to be productive. I want to go to bed. I want to be
All right.
Andy, I'm unsatisfied with that.
Okay, well, you unsatisfied me too, so.
Wow. Oh,
No, guys, thank you. We'll go plan something. So
I agree. You're going to have your hands full.
100% agree with that. All right, well, y'all have a good night. We'll talk to you.
bud.
All right, you too.
Get some sleep.
Good night.
We'll do, bud. Later.
Stupid gummy stare across the way is about to go down. Eric throws down the nuts, which leaves Tina out and poor Robert sniffing around. This is all in the night of our AI group. Join us next season and we'll bring you in the loop. Don't forget to catch a podcast and get yourself submerged. If you don't do either, you will be like House calling you a jerk.
All in Alliance Poker League.